Hey everybody, so good to be here. Episode 1, I'm really excited. A nice big house, so many people joining us in person. For those of you who are going to be listening to this on recording, we do miss you. We really, really do miss you. And we hope that you can join one of these sessions. If you're based in America and it's the middle of the night for you, then we are going to try to do some of these sessions at a time that you can make it as well. We've got people here from all over the world. I'm really excited, guys. Why are we here today? Hopefully you know that, at least partially, that's why you're here. But I want to really, really take you through this, guys. Why are you guys here today? You are here because you need something, and I'm here to help you get it. And one of the things that you guys are probably going to need, and I'm going to share my screen on and off throughout the process, so get ready, is you guys are going to need this. Deals in progress. This is a little tab I'm going to show you guys, but what you want to do at the end result is get deals in progress. This is what you want. You want to get sales. You want to build business. And this little deals in progress tab is going to become your best friend. This is your ultimate goal. And you can see there's Karen in here. Karen, if she's actually here, she'll know that you're a deal in progress. This is what we're looking for, guys. We need to get deals. That's the goal, and that's why we're here. Does anyone have another reason for being here other than to find deals in progress? Some of you might just want to learn. Hey, I'm just putting my feet up. I'm a student. I just want to learn. I don't have a business yet. I want to start my own business, maybe doing LinkedIn. Is anybody here? Just pop it in the chat. Tell us. Is anyone else looking for another reason other than looking for deals in progress? I'll just let you guys chat. Anyone? Deals in progress? Happy? Is anyone unhappy with that outcome? Deals in progress. All looking for deals in progress, right? Asfar wants to know what I've been up to for the past few years. Yeah, we've had some good connections over the years. Some of you guys are here. Thanks, Asfar. Good to hear from you as well. So yes, guys, we are here for that reason. We're looking to get deals in progress. We want deals. We want sales. What I'm here to do is show you how to get there using a very soft and very gentle methodology. And I'll say that again, guys, soft and gentle. How are we going to get those deals in progress? How are we going to do it? Right now, I'm going to show you a diagram, and this diagram is going to explain the primary reason as to how this entire series is going to work. Every Wednesday, I'm hoping that you guys can join us. Every Wednesday, you're going to write off 1 hour of your time, which is going to be dedicated to sales prospecting. Most people don't do that. Most people prospect a bit here, they prospect a little bit there. Then they prospect a little bit there and a little bit here. This is dedicated time. So if nothing else, if you're dedicating 1 hour a week to sales prospecting, it's going to really help you. But we're not going to spam. We're not going to annoy people. We're not going to drive people insane. We're not going to piss off LinkedIn by overdoing what their limits are. We're going to do it gently, and we're going to build your personal reputations, your personal credibility. Does that make sense, guys? The goal here is not to advertise you, not to make your phone ring, not to make you learn how to do Facebook ads. It's a very, very specific, but very, very gentle methodology that makes you the star, that makes you the king of the castle and brings out your personality. Okay, guys, now this diagram I'm going to show you is the key. It's going to take a few weeks to understand it and to give you the methodology to get there. Here it is. I'm going to share my screen now. This diagram here. Now, there's a lot of resources on our website, and I'm going to show you guys and I'll point you to the right articles and posts that are going to specifically meet your needs at the specific time. Right now, all I want you to do is I want you to look very carefully at this diagram. It's very simple, but it holds wisdom. This is your problem and your opportunity. There are 3 steps to selling, to be completely and utterly oversimplified. There are 3 steps to selling. You've got to find the people you want to do business with. You need to nurture those relationships, and you need to close them. Those are generally the 3 steps that you need. I'm going to show you how to do 100% of the first part of it. That is easy, guys. I'm going to show you how to do 80 to 90% of this part and give you a machine and a way that you can do this part. Only you can close your own deals. But the problem and the opportunity is in this gap. Now, this is what it means. 19 out of 20 of your deals will never, ever contact you. They are willing and able to buy what you have to offer, but they are not going to reach out and contact you. That means you need to proactively reach out and contact them. This sales conversion gap, as I call it, it's called the sales conversion gap, is where those 19 out of 20 people are. The 19 out of 20 people that are not going to contact you. The problem that businesses have is they have absolutely no frigging clue who is stuck in this gap, who is trapped in this gap. They don't know who those 19 people are. Because if you knew who those 19 people were, you would immediately reach out, connect with them, build the relationships, and get them onto a phone call and a deal. You would proactively reach out to them, but we don't know who they are. That is what we're going to fix. The entire purpose of what we're going to go through over the coming weeks, for as long as it takes, is to show you how to get those 19 out of 20 people and access them from your sales conversion gap. And that first means identifying them. Once you've identified these people, you can reach out to them. Now, how are we going to reach out to them? How are we going to identify them? Remember, I showed you just now how to do deals in progress. That this is what you're looking for, deals in progress. This is your goal. You want to get the deals, but in order to get those deals in progress, you've got to pull them out of the sales conversion gap. Those people in this gap over here need to have a conversation with you first. And I'm going to teach you the art of creating those conversations using a combination of LinkedIn and email to get them out of this gap and identify exactly who they are. So they go from great conversations to deals in progress. How are we going to get them into great conversations? Well, you first need to identify them in high quality contacts. These are going to be your 3 tabs that are going to become your best friend. High quality contacts, in other words, good quality people, great conversations, and ultimately they're going to turn into deals in progress. Now, how unbelievably complicated is that? It's not, right? It's not rocket science. But if you're not measuring it and you don't understand what you're doing, it's not going to happen. So the art that I'm going to show you, which I'm really, really excited about, is going to be broken down into little things like, how do I physically write a LinkedIn message to somebody who I know might be interested, but is just ignoring me? Or I'm too scared to reach out to them. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to write. I don't know what to say. That is what we're going to go through. But before we do that, we first need to get our ducks in a row. Are you happy with that, guys? Do you see? Are you happy with that output? We're going to turn you into the star. We're going to make you guys and your personal brand and your personal credibility and your personal reputation very, very strong with those 19 out of 20 people that are not going to eventually contact you, that you can reach out. You're going to identify them. They're going to know who you are, and you're not going to spam them. You're not going to throw sales down their throats, and you're going to be a good, genuine human being, and you're not going to do anything that LinkedIn doesn't like. It's gentle. Does this make sense, guys? You're going to move them through a measurable sales pipeline, and that measurable sales pipeline is going to start with a high quality individual. Is this the person I want to do business with? Then you're going to go into a great conversation. I'm going to teach you methods to get into a great conversation with that person. Now, guys, it's not going to happen today. It's going to take time. It's going to take several sessions. You're going to have great conversations with them. Then out of those great conversations is going to come deals in progress. 3 basic steps. It's very simple, but the art to get them there without annoying people and without hurting your credibility is more difficult than it looks. How does that look, guys? So say hello, put yourself in the chat, meet people, let us know. I want to know if you guys are fine. Those guys who've got your video on, can you give me a thumbs up? You happy with that? Is anything glaringly ugly, horrible? I don't like this, something's missing. Thank you. I love the little virtual thumbs up. Happy with that, guys? That is our goal. That measurable sales pipeline. In order to teach you this, right? It's going to be interesting because I need to teach you a little bit of technology. And I need to teach you a little bit of art in the way that you write messages. I need to teach you how to write specific content in a specific way. I need to bring this all together in a way that makes sense no matter what your level of LinkedIn is. Now, a quick frequently asked questions, just so you guys know. First of all, am I going to teach you how to do the stuff that you can learn in other LinkedIn courses? Like how to set up your LinkedIn profile, how to post on LinkedIn, how often should you post, what groups should you get involved with, how to do videos, that sort of thing. Am I going to teach you that? 95%? No. If you already know how to do that and you're doing it, or you're paying someone else to do it, fan-flipping-tastic. That's great. There are lots of people that teach that. I'm not going to teach you that, guys. In my opinion, I'm going to teach you the 8 to 12% that really flipping works right into that measurable sales pipeline, how to actually get to grips with it. So don't worry about posting. Don't worry about time spent writing blog posts and articles and posting and replying to people's posts and wishing them happy birthday and patting them on the back saying, oh, what a nice post. Wasn't that nice? Not relevant. It's not relevant to this. What I want you to do is teach you how to learn, how to invite people, message them, write content specifically for them, use email, interact between email and LinkedIn Messenger, build your personal credibility, etc. And it's going to be a huge amount of fun. Before I go into the next step, I just want to mention to you guys now that I'm going to do half an hour of actual teaching like this. Call me the lecturer. The other half is going to be chatting, questions. If you guys want to log off and do something else, that's fine. But I would love you guys just to focus that half an hour on some form of sales prospecting. I'm going to give you guys a bit of a homework to do. We can do it together. So the recordings of this are only going to be half an hour long. The second half an hour is then just going to be not recorded, and we can all have an open chat and we can help you guys as best as we can. All right. So let's begin with the process of the app. Now, for the record, I hope you guys all did this, but if you didn't, I'm going to go through it again. There are two pieces of technology that we're going to be working with, but the primary one, and I'm going to take you through this very slowly, is the My Most Trusted Chrome extension. The My Most Trusted Chrome extension is also has a mobile app that's part of it. That's going to be the subject for another process, another Wednesday session. But for now, I just want to get you the basics. Now, you guys have probably already installed it, but just so we've got it on record, and for those people who haven't, are going to be watching this, I'm going to show you how simple and easy it is. All you do is you go to mymosttrusted.net, you click on the little big arrow, or the big little arrow, whichever way you want to use it. It's going to take you to the Chrome store. You can install this on Microsoft Edge or Google Chrome. You click the button, Add to Chrome. You say Add Extension. We've tried to limit from a privacy perspective, guys, we've done everything we can to allow you guys to own the data and to, we really take privacy seriously. So we've tried to limit what the app actually does from a security perspective. We can't limit all of it, but we tried not to make this app, really delve deeply into your system. We've really tried to make it as simple as possible and allow you to have the data and respect your privacy. As you can see, that took a few seconds and now it appears over here. For those of you that use Google Chrome, you might have to go into this little puzzle piece. This is Google Chrome. This is a little puzzle piece here. You might have to click on that to see your icon. This is Microsoft Edge. You then click on it and it'll be a button here which says proceed to LinkedIn. This will take you to LinkedIn and will take you specifically to your own LinkedIn profile. There it is. This little pop-up will appear saying, is this you? Click on it. Look, it's me. There it is. This app is completely separate to LinkedIn, guys. The data that you collect in here of all the different people in your sales pipeline belongs to you. So you're making a copy of it, if you like, and that data belongs to you. So you click, yes, this is me. No login, no password required, any of that stuff, because it sits behind LinkedIn. Now logged in. You can take a quick tour of the app if you want. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second, and that's all. You've now done. You've logged into the app. So simple. Now that you've got the Chrome extension installed, I want to take you through the process and quickly give you an overview of what we're going to be doing over the coming weeks. And it's exciting, but it's complicated. I'm not going to lie to you. So I'm really going to take it slowly, and I really want to help you in that second half hour. And I want you guys to ask me questions, and we'll take you through this step by step. Once again, I showed you before, what are we trying to do? Under target and sales funnel, right? That is going to be your primary tab. This is where you're going to build your sales pipeline. This is your best friend. The third bold tab over here is deals in process. I'm going to rename that to progress. Now you can click on it and you can rename these tabs. So feel free, guys, to log in and rename this. So I'm going to call it deals in progress. You call it whatever you feel comfortable with. Before it gets to a deal in progress, I've created one here called Great Conversations. You might want to change it by just renaming it and clicking the tick box. Now, if you guys want to follow me because you're really technically literate and you want to do this while I'm talking, you can. It's very difficult to kind of share screens, watch me do it, and then do it yourself. That's why we have the second half an hour. So I'll try and make it as simple as possible so we can work on that in the second half an hour. So you guys can ideally just watch me. And then you have high quality connections. In order to get somebody into one of these tabs, you're going to use the plus button. They need to be a first degree connection in order to get them in there. So this plus button will pull them into any tab that you wish. But above here, you've got people who have accepted your LinkedIn connections and people you've invited using LinkedIn. And we're going to show you how to do that. I'm going to stop here for a second. The way that I'm going to structure this process, guys, is I'm first going to teach you an average way of doing it. In other words, not the most effective way. So when I learned Kung Fu for many, many, many years, the first few years, you get the basics right. It was only after I'd been studying for many years that I realized that there was actually another layer on top of what I was learning that is very, very difficult to teach up front. So I'm going to show you guys how to do a bunch of LinkedIn invitations, acceptances, take them through the process, but I'm going to show you how to do it in a way that isn't optimal. Once you understand that and you've got the process, I'm then going to ask you guys to delete everything you've done. Maybe keep one or two that are actually, responding to you. You might get some good traction out of that anyway, which is great. But for the most part, I want you to delete it all. And then I'm going to show you a second way. But now that you understand the basics, I'm going to show you the real art form of how to get them out of that sales conversion gap, how to write the LinkedIn messages, etc., and how to build that content. Are you guys okay with that? I know it's unusual because normally people start teaching you the good stuff straight away. I'm not going to do that, guys. I'm going to teach you how to do it so that you can get it up and running really quickly. Then I'm going to come back. We're going to loop around and I'm going to teach you the really good stuff. Okay. Is everybody cool with that? All right. Once again, it's not going to happen today. It's going to take time. And I hope you join me. And I hope you guys come and bring people to these sessions. And those people who are watching the replays, if you can make it to these sessions live, that would be flipping awesome. And that would be absolutely amazing. If you can't, completely understand. All right. Now, I'm going to take you through an overarching group, if you like, of the different things that we're going to discuss over the coming weeks and the coming months. Right. Let's have a look. When you install the app, you're going to be hit with all these different things here. And there's a little I button here. This gives you information on each one of them. But I want to show you why are we here? Why are we here today? What are we going to use this app for? The app will not work if you just use it willy-nilly. You've got to use it for a very specific reason. You've got to have a strategy. Who are you looking to target? How are you looking to do that? Etc., etc. Now, I know that I mentioned before on how to get your LinkedIn profile sorted out. And I did say that I'm not going to teach you this, but I do want to mention one thing to you guys. Think about the big three. So if you don't have a great LinkedIn profile right now and you want to take a shortcut to get it right, just think of the big three. A fabulous photo, and isn't it fabulous? A fabulous photo, a beautiful background, and a brilliant bio. Those three things. If you just get those three things right, while it's not ideal, it is about 70% of having a great profile. Having a nice background, a nice bio, and a professional photo is you're 3/4 of the way there. People always say, when they meet you for the first time, they've already made a decision about you just by what you wear, the way you look, your mannerisms, etc. So just do those three things right, guys. That's all the advice on your LinkedIn profile I can give you. The rest you can find umpteen numbers of Google videos that will teach you how to do this. I'm really trying to teach you the good stuff, guys. Now, let's go through the different processes. Let's go through the different groups of things. What is this app actually going to do? And how is it going to translate into some really cool stuff going forward? First of all, target and sales funnel. This is going to be your best friend. This is going to be where your sales pipeline is going to be built. Once again, you want to finish with deals in progress. If you've got people in here over the coming weeks, then rock and roll, guys. You've cracked it. Before you get to deals in progress, you first got to have a great conversation with someone. To have a great conversation, you first need to speak to high quality connections. Why high quality? Because you never put crap into the app. I'll repeat, you never put crap into the app. You do not waste your time with people who are not going to become good quality deals for you. Don't waste your time. Only work with high quality connections. Be ruthless. If they're not the right company, if they're too small, if it's not the right job title, whatever, don't put them in here, guys. You need to work with high quality people. That means you're only ever putting good people in your sales pipeline. To get those people, some of them you already might know as first degree connections. Others might have to be invited and they might have to accept your LinkedIn connection. And this is where the acceptance tab and the invitations tab come in. So we're going to invite people. Why are only these three in bold? Because this is your sales pipeline and this needs your personal attention. These two, invitations and acceptances, are going to be semi-automated. I'm going to show you how to do this so fast that it's just going to become within minutes, within seconds. You're going to have invited a whole bunch of good quality people and you will have sent acceptance messages to them. We're not going to use classic LinkedIn automation because there's some issues with LinkedIn around that. We're going to use semi-automation. So you're going to do it manually, but my gosh, am I going to show you how to do it really quickly and in a way that tracks and measures the process. So finally, you're going to have a reminder. Okay, reminders are going to be where you're going to book your follow-ups, that kind of thing, because you need to diligently work on your sales pipeline. The greatest salespeople in the world are not the most charismatic. They are the most diligent. I'm going to say it again. The greatest salespeople in the world are not the most charismatic. They are the most diligent. Introverted people make the best salespeople. And introverted people love this process and love LinkedIn because it means they can come out of their shell and control the degree to which they come out of their shell. You don't have to be seen, standing up there in a group of 500 people presenting. You can do it with photographs and, short little clips and make it very easy. So this is an introverted salesperson's dream. And that's why it works so well. If you're charismatic, great. When you get onto the phone, that's where you let your personality come out and let your personality shine. And I'm going to work with all your different personality types to help you do that. But I need you guys to turn on diligent personality for now. It's going to be diligent. Okay. And that's where your reminders and your follow-ups are going to come in. So hope this makes sense. This is the first tab that we're going to talk about. I'm going to take you through other things later down the line, such as how to pull a report of your entire database with email addresses and everything. So if you like working with Excel, you can export your whole database in Excel. You'll have your sales funnel. You will have that in front of you. You guys own it. You own the data we're collecting for you now. It belongs to you and it will become an asset in for your business going down the line. So I hope you guys are excited about this. All right, I'm not going to talk about any of these other things now in terms of settings on this particular tab. I want to now move to the next section of the app, which is called Trusted Connections. Trusted connections are those people that you know and that you trust. You're going to add them to a new section of the app, which is called My Trusted Connections. And in fact, that's some of the homework I'm going to give you now for the second half an hour. So you can start playing around with this. My Trusted Connections allows you to see other people's trusted connections as well. So I can take my friend Leon over here, and Leon has got 116 of his trusted connections. I can then go in and I can view Leon's trusted connections, and I can then ask for a referral. I'm not going to take into too much detail now. This is just an introductory session, and I'm just taking you through an overview. But this is really exciting because what's going to happen, guys, is as you get to know each other in this group, you're going to start learning to know and trust each other. You're then going to add each other to your trusted connections, and you're going to see each other's trusted connections, and with permission, start creating referrals. How flippin' exciting is that? This is just another way that you're going to learn how to build your sales pipeline. Now, please, guys, let me be clear. You're going to learn to target cold people, people you've never met before in your life. I'm going to show you how to do that through the process. the invitation, the acceptances, etc. But you can also get referrals through the trusted connections arm. And you'll be able to see your referrals, and you'll be able to see and have conversations with people and invite other people and ask for permission to be referred and refer others. It's going to get really exciting down the line. Never before has anything like this been done in the way that we're doing it. There's lots of networking events, and I encourage you all to go to those networking events. They're flipping awesome. Nothing beats networking, because when people learn to know, like, and trust you, then you rock and roll. My focus on what I'm going to be showing you here is building that trust. Trust will always come first in our methodology. Okay, and that means using the trusted connections to grow your trusted connections and create a separate database within the app of your trusted connections, and you will own that data. You will have their email addresses. You will have all of them on file. The final thing, so just to reiterate, you've got your target and sales funnel where you build your sales pipeline. You've then got your trusted connections, which is a completely separate section of the app, but they're going to connect later as you start to build your sales pipeline. Finally, you're going to have something called chat circles. Chat circles are going to be used down the line where we're going to start breaking into little groups, and offline you can start building little clusters, little groups of people of you, where you can start learning how to create little chats, and you can start working together, and you can start learning how to refer each other, that kind of stuff. And that can integrate with whatever networking or you're doing separately. So there's so many really, really cool facets of what we're going to be doing during these Wednesday sessions. It's a game changer because for the first time, we are measuring it. Remember this diagram, and I'm going to be referring to this often. It's called the sales conversion gap diagram. If you do not know who is in your sales conversion gap, then you're never going to be able to save them from your gap, from that gap. You're never going to be able to pull those 19 out of 20 people and get them into deals. What I'm saying, guys, is you are so close to signing deals in your business. The problem is you don't realize how close you are. You don't know that this gap exists. You don't know how big this gap is. You don't know how close they are to a phone call. You don't know that. With this methodology, you're going to learn how to identify exactly who is in your sales conversion gap so that you can proactively reach out to them in a soft and gentle way and start moving them into your sales pipeline. Cool, hey? Hope this is making sense, guys. I hope you're enjoying this. There is a tab we're going to go through called My Commission. This is for that group, those groups of people that actually want to make money from this down the line. And I want to finish off by being completely transparent with regards to costs and things right now. Let me be clear. Let me stop this now. You'll see the My Commission tab appear on there as well. But let me just quickly be clear so that you guys are fully okay with this. Okay. Right. I hope you guys can now see me on full screen. From a cost perspective, you can do everything that I'm going to be teaching you on every Wednesday session. You can attend completely free. There's no cost involved. All right. I want you guys to come and I want you to learn. There are limitations on the usage of the app that if you want to do more than 30 invitations or put more than 30 people in the app, there's a payment of $49 US once off for a whole year. That's only when this is working for you and you guys are happy. That's the cost that's involved if you want to. If you want to stay within the 30 limit, you're welcome to do that. In fact, I'm going to teach you for the first week or two how to just use those 30 people. Remember, I told you guys that I'm going to be taking you through the process and then coming back to the process and teaching you how to do it again, but this time we're going to do it properly. That first part of the process, you only need 30. You don't need to worry about payment. All right. So I don't want you guys to be fully aware of the cost involved in this or lack thereof. So I just want to be completely transparent on that. If you decide you want it to become a referral and you want to actually invite people to the app and you want to become part of it, you can then make $30 of that $49 as a referral commission. So if you invite somebody to the app and they pay, we'll pay you that half of that $30. So you can actually earn money from this process as well. This is for that subset of people that want to earn money from the process that I'm going to take you through. You can become your own LinkedIn consultant. For many of you, you just want to use it for your own business. That's great. Same process. All right. So are you happy with that, guys? There are other components that I'm going to take you down the line. for full service clients where we can do a whole bunch of more cool stuff. That's going to come down the line, and I'll be transparent with you about how that works if you guys want to get involved with that at some level. But let me just assure you guys, everything we're doing now is included in that $49 if you choose to join. And if you do not choose to pay the $49, it's still available to you. All these lessons are available to you. All right, and you can still work within the app. Okay, now to finish off, guys, because we finished the first half an hour almost, I would like you all to do something for me. I would like you all to start using the trusted connections part of the app. So I'm going to quickly show you how to do it. And then we're going to go we're going to share screen. You guys can go off mute and I can answer some questions. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Right. So very quickly, this is what I would like you guys to do. I would like you guys to please find a bunch of first degree connections. So in this case, I'm going to use Cherie because she's the first degree connection. She's our MD. Now, what I'd like you guys to do is I'd like you to add 5 first degree connections to the Add to Trusted Connections tab of the app. So they need to be first degree connections. If you don't have enough first degree connections, go out and invite a few first degree connections. Once they've accepted over the next few days before our next Wednesday session, then just come back to this and you can do it again. It's very quick. It's very easy. The reason I'm asking you guys to do this is for 2 reasons. One is for you and one is selfish. The reason for you is just in case you haven't used LinkedIn before, you're not familiar with it, I want you to invite a few people that you know and trust. And I want you to invite them to LinkedIn so you're familiar with how to invite people on LinkedIn, you know, that kind of thing, just so you know the basic process. So find a bunch of people you know and trust and just click the invite button. Please make sure that your track invites button is turned off under the target and sales funnel. I don't want you to measure and record this. We're going to talk about more in detail next week when we go through into more detail. For now, all I want you to do is I want you to just go to Add to Trusted Connections, go to their first degree, okay, like Cherie here, click on I trust this person. You say, yes, I trust this person. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull that person's details into the system. There she is. She's now going to appear under My Trusted Connections. There she is. Now she's been added. Now that she's under My Trusted Connections tab, it's now created a separate database of that. It's also going to pre-write a message, which you don't have to send if you don't want to. You can edit this if you want to. This helps our app grow. By you inviting people, you can then invite people as well to join the app, etc., etc. But don't feel obligated. You don't have to send this. But if you want to send it, you can click send and off it goes. And you can do that. Now, reason I'd love you to do this is because when you invite, and this is probably the only complicated part of the process in terms of the way the billing structure works. If you invite 5 trusted connections to the app, your limits go from 15 to 30. So right now, you can only invite 15 people into the target tab of the app. It only makes provision for 15 people. Then it's going to ask you to pay the $49. If you invite 5 people to your trusted connections, it increases it from 15 to 30. Now you have 30 people for free. In other words, under your target and sales funnel, when you start building your sales pipeline, you can put 30 people in here in total. Then it's going to stop you and ask you to pay. If you do not have 5 people under your My Trusted Connections tab, then your limit's only going to be 15. But you can have as many trusted connections as you want for free. You can put 500 people here if you want. It's completely free. We want you to grow your trusted connections. That is not the bit that we will charge for. The only bit that we'll charge for down the line is the $49 if you want to use this part of the app once you hit to 30. Anyway, guys, I hope that all makes sense and I hope that's there. So what I'd love you guys to do is add those 5 people to your Trusted Connections tab. So by next Wednesday, we're going to come back together and we're going to start working on the next part of it and how to start your first invitation messages. We're going to show you how to do invitations. I'm going to show you how to do those first 30 invitations, acceptances, that kind of thing. We start looking at building that sales pipeline for you. But we're going to do it in a way that's soft and gentle. We're going to do it in a way that is a little bit unusual, and we're going to do it in a way that builds your personal credibility, your personal trust. and we're going to position you as a trusted advisor, because at the end of the day, you don't need 500 likes and shares and little hearts taps on the back of your blog posts on LinkedIn. What you need is a sales pipeline of 20, 30, 40, 50 high quality people that trust you and believe in you and know what you do. What would you rather have? 500 likes on a post, or 20 or 30 high quality people, and you focus on nurturing your relationship with those 20 or 30 people? That is the essence of what we're doing. So guys, I'm going to stop recording now. We're going to go into questions. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. For those people who are on the recording, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can join us next week, Wednesday. Either way, you'll get those recordings, and thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week.